Hello, welcome to Towing the Rubber. I'm Johnny Clumpy, and I'm joined by
Devon Alsman.
and Peyton Barrera as our producer today. Today we have our last show of the year until the fall because our school year is ending. But today we will close out the year with our usual Cubs talk. We will also have some trade deadline predictions because we won't see you till after the trade deadline has already happened. And then we get our final batch of power rankings until August, where we're going to redo them again, see how right and wrong we were, because we're probably going to be these compared to the ones in August probably won't be close at all. But before we get started, speaking of the Cubs, and we are in the radio and broadcasting class, Devin and I got to interview broadcaster Pat Hughes, who is the play-by-play radio voice of the Chicago Cubs, and it was a really awesome experience, and we'd like to thank him for coming out and doing that. That is up on the PC3 Media YouTube channel for you guys to go watch anytime. It's a short 15-minute interview, but it was an awesome experience to be able to interview such a great guy like Pat Hughes and learn from one of the best to ever do it, a Hall of Famer for broadcasting.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great experience. Thank you to Pat Hughes. And we are hoping forward to doing more interviews next year when we come back. But you might see us over the summer. We have something that might be happening.
We're trying to get something in the works. We're not gonna
so
nothing set in stone, so we won't go in full detail. But there could be something over the summer, so just be on the lookout.
So there's a chance you see us over the summer for another special.
Yeah.
But go ahead, get into Chicago Cubs. They
can't sweep the Marlins, but they won the series twice. So, since we've seen them, they played the. Oh wait, no, it was just the White Sox. They already beat them last week, but then they swept the White Sox this weekend, and then Monday through Wednesday, they beat the Marlins. They lost game one in the bullpen blowing it fashion. So just the way the Cubs lose games this year. Jesus Sanchez had 4 RBIs, and he had a walk-off 2-run triple off Daniel Palencia. But Daniel Palencia had pitched basically like 3 days in a row and then warmed up and then had to go pitch a closing role because Porter Hodge was hurt, but they knew that, and then the Cubs decided to not do anything about it and put him on the IL the day after, so they couldn't pull somebody up for that game. So they had to throw somebody on short rest, and it ended up backfiring.
Yeah, and Palencia, I'm not too mad about it because they just kind of gave him no chance to succeed. And then they call up Roberts for Hodge, which you just put your closer on the IL and replaced him with a guy that will get no high leverage innings. I don't know why you didn't call up Luke Little instead. It makes no sense.
All of the bullpen options are kind of trash. I know you like Luke Little, and he was good at points last year, but he has struggled this year.
Only in majors, and AAA has been insane. He only has 5 walks in AAA.
I know. I'm saying
he has 4 in the majors and won it 2 outings.
I'm saying he has struggled though in the majors when he was with the team. So it's not like he would have been great for high leverage just based on the major league.
Now it's on to Cincinnati.
Yeah. Oh, also the rest of the series went pretty well for the Cubs. Cubs win 14-1. 14-1. Kyle Tucker homered, right? Yeah. Kyle Tucker homered in the first
Shaw's
inning.
back.
Matt Shaw's hitting. So he was very good this weekend. He had 4 hits. He has some second most hits out of any Cubs third baseman in May. I think Birdie has more, but
Justin Turner's a Cub now with his walk-off.
No, we talked about that already, though.
Yeah.
Because that was last week against the Marlins. Yeah. Matt Shaw's been great. He has 4 hits, which is more than Nicky Lopez, Fidel Brujan, and
Birdie.
No, Birdie wasn't one of them.
Well, I don't know. Turner?
No, who's the other one?
That's it.
Maybe it was.
I think it was Birdie.
So he has the most hits out of any Cubs third baseman, and he's been in May, and he's only played 3 games. He went 1 for 2, 2 for 5, and 2 for 4 in the series against Miami, so he was really good. And it's nice to see that he's hitting after his original struggle. The Cubs have won their 11th series of the year. They were the 4th team to reach 30 wins this season. They're good.
They are.
And it's fun.
I want to kind of our say who our diamond in the rough player is for, you kind of me. I think we both knew he was going to be good. I think we both did. So, like, who actually... Because I was watching another Cubs podcast, and they said Brad Keller and Colin Ray.
I was just going to say Colin Ray.
And Carson Kelly.
Yeah, but Carson Kelly slowed down. I mean,
Kelly's still not... he's not slowing down. Like, he's still doing good.
Amaya's been great, too.
I know.
He's OPSing like 870, and I didn't think Miguel Amaya was actually capable of doing that, even though he did for 2 weeks last year.
I want to point out, I called Brad Keller. I said he was going to be good.
On the show?
No, I told you. I know I did. And I said I liked him. So that's why he's not a diamond in the rough for me. For me,
I think it's Colin Ray. We actively said Colin Ray was bad.
Yeah. Colin Ray, and I don't know if I said it on the show, but I have hated on Cale Fieldbar. Like, you've heard me say it, I think.
Yeah.
My family's heard me say it. He's doing nothing to earn my criticism. So
I think we skipped to Colin Ray though, because he's also in a role that he didn't even expect to be in.
I think he knew he would get starts, not
starts. Be
the rest of the year.
The guy that we need, like he's the guy we're relying on in the rotation right now. Well, Cade Horton was great yesterday.
Cade Horton's going to keep.
It's funny because it's like I don't trust Tyone, right? I don't ever trust Tyone. I don't care what he did last year. I haven't trusted him in the Cubs uniform. Because it's the one game he's throwing everything down the middle or he's going 7 shutouts.
So right now,
like no in between. Ben Brown's trash.
Right, because he only throws 2 pitches. You can't be successful with 2 pitches unless you're elite, a.k.a. Justin Steele.
Ben Brown's just not good. And then,
well, he's not. He can be good. He just needs a third pitch.
I know, but he just struggled. He hasn't had a positive. I try to like Ben Brown. Like I hold out the potential and hope that he will be good. He just hasn't shown it to me. So this isn't like I'm not really knocking him as much. I'm just saying like I don't really trust anybody in this Cubs starting rotation right now except for Colin Ray.
Right now, going into a playoff series,
Colin Ray would be the one with Shota.
Shota, we're assuming is back.
Okay, I know he'll be back in the playoffs. I'm
it will
saying
be
at this exact moment in time.
If it's the wild card series and we go to Game 3, the 3 starting pitchers you will see is 1 Imanaga,
2 Colin Ray,
2 Boyd.
Oh yeah, Boyd's been good.
3 Colin Ray. And
I'm
then
fine with that.
Your 4 is Cade Horton, by the way.
Ben Brown, Jameson Tyone.
And Brown, Jameson Tyone.
Oh, he has 6. Oh, because
no way they're in the top 4.
Himself.
There's no way they're in the top 4.
I mean, Tyone would get it. I honestly
doesn't.
Okay, he'll figure it out. He doesn't deserve it, but
he won't figure it out. He has let up the most home runs in the majors this year.
You're just gonna go throw Cade Horton into a playoff game against like Philly because he would have to start Game 1 of the NLCS.
Yeah, he's got it. He's a dog. He powered through this Marlins team. He was rough in the start, only let off 1 run, and then looked good at the end. Like, he was getting whiffs. He had 19 whiffs. He was throwing the changeup. He was getting whiffs with it.
I like Cade Horton. I'm just saying, in a playoff, do I want to start a rookie pitcher?
Yes.
We just saw what the Mets did to him. He was good, but he still had 3 runs in 4 innings.
Yeah.
And with this bullpen, that's
the Mets.
That's what we're going to play.
Only 3 runs. It's only 3 runs, too.
In 4 innings, not 6.
Okay.
We need to get away from the bullpen as much as possible.
We're talking about this before deadline. We will be making do we want to talk about Cubs deadline now or when we talk deadline?
Talk later.
Okay. But do we have anything else for Cubs?
Sweep this weekend?
We won't be on until August. So let's just entire thing. In August when we come back, we have to be first in the division.
Not if the Cardinals have anything to say about it.
We have to be first in the division. We have to. I want the second seed.
By the way.
I want the second seed.
It's not going to happen.
I want the second seed.
We are not better than Philly or the Mets.
Here's the thing, though.
You don't even think we're better than the Phillies.
I don't. But here's my counter argument to that. Our division rivals compared to the other team's division rivals is a cakewalk. So if we just win all of our division rival game series, there's a chance we get the second seed.
So okay,
I want to be in second seed contention.
Let's
in
compare.
August.
Let's compare.
What?
Hold on. I'm gonna look at something real quick.
In our division, it's the Cubs.
So if you're comparing us to Philly, because the Dodgers are gonna stay on the top, I know.
Yeah.
They're gonna be, regardless of who they play, they're gonna be better than us. Dodgers in 1. The Phillies division has the Phillies, and then they have the Mets. So they have one team above 500 in the playoffs currently. Like obviously they would hold the 4th wild card spot, and then a 500 team and 2 teams under 500. The Cubs have the Cardinals, who are 4 games over.
They're faking frauds.
4 games over, and fighting for a playoff spot, technically.
Okay, the A's are 6 under, but they're better than the Cardinals.
Fighting for a playoff spot in a good league too, and then it's a 500 team with the Reds, and then 2 teams under 500. Just saying.
Cardinals played Diamondbacks this weekend.
They won a series against the Phillies last week.
Okay, and guess what? Yeah, they just played the best team in baseball and lost 2-3. So.
Wow. Oh no. So did we.
You didn't play the Tigers.
We played the Tigers, but we played like the Padres lost 2-3. We played the Mets. Did we beat them? No, we lost the series. Lost 2-3 to the Mets.
Lost 2-3 to the Giants.
And the Phillies.
And the Giants.
And the Giants. So, using the argument that they lost,
Cardinals will not be anywhere near. The Brewers or Reds will pass them, and the Cardinals will go down. Like, I'm telling you this.
I'm just saying. It's just funny because it's like.
But. So, I think Cubs need to be in 2-seed contention when we come back. Need to be in first place.
We like 3 games.
Need to be in first place. They need to have a good trade deadline. They need to have a good draft because our prospects, our top prospects in the top 100 are all in AAA.
But there's like 1 in AA.
There's 1 in AA. My bad. Everyone else is in AAA. So you need to add to this farm system as well. Figure it out. Triantos also fell off the top 100, by the way. So, figure it out. You need to keep adding to the prospects because you're going to ship some off at this trade deadline. You have to.
Triantos were skiing straight up.
So, I think that's it. I think we go to trade deadline now.
Yep.
We'll just start with Cubs.
Yep. Get a reliever. Any reliever.
No.
Okay at baseball.
Yeah, just who? Taylor Rogers? It can't be any reliever.
Just be okay at baseball.
Just be okay. I think we need to be smart with who we get. I think we need someone that has experience and is good. I think they go for Chad Green of the Blue Jays.
Yeah, you talked to me about this.
He's I haven't seen his numbers this year, but I know he's been good in the past. He was with the Yankees before, so he played for the Yankees. Even if they're not in the playoffs, it's still a environment itself. This year he's got a 3.48 ERA in 20.2 innings, 19 strikeouts. In his last 7 games, a 2.35 ERA. So, and it's also a reliever, so reliever ERA as well. So, I think he's a guy you look at. You get him for relief, and then I think you got to go get a starter.
Righty.
Has to be a righty.
Sandy.
I don't like what Sandy's
We can get him for
it's really
Triantos, straight up.
Disgusting. Zach Eflin is there. The problem is he's not an ace, and we kind of need an ace. But
he's gonna go get an ace.
I know.
An ace on the market. The only ace on the market is Sandy Alcantara.
I know. I mean, so I think they should go for Eflin. I think that's who they should get.
Eflin's a good 2, and he stays
Yeah,
a good 2. He's always like a 3-4, so
I know.
that
So
would be perfect.
I think Eflin, I think Chad Green, and then get Bruhan out of here.
Get a different
Get
utility guy.
what do we?
We don't need anything. I love our lineup. There's not one thing I'd fix except for third base, and Matt Shaw is now up and playing well finally. So there's not a position on this team I'm like, we need help.
I think we need
Dansby's hitting.
No,
Nico's the only one really not hitting.
We need a backup center fielder. I think at the trade deadline, I think we can get Ramon Laureano. You look at him. I think he'll be too much. He's been pretty good this year. Like funny enough, Orioles. He's been one of their best hitters, and I'm not kidding. So I think he'll be too much, especially for a bench guy that we would get. So could we get like Michael A. Taylor? What isn't that White Sox?
White Sox.
Like,
I mean, yeah.
He plays good defense. He's fast. He'll just be on the bench.
Yeah.
He'll be the 4th, 5th outfielder. Like I don't hate that. We won't have to give up like anything for him.
Yeah.
Realistically. So I think that's what you do, just in case PCA gets hurt or something like that. I don't want to move Tucker, Happ, or Seiya to center. I don't want to call up Alcantara in the playoff push to center. Yeah. So I think just gets Taylor. Like offensively, it's not going to be good, but his defense is above average, and I think that's what. And then he has pop, so like it's not. I think that's fair. So I think those are the 3 guys the Cubs should get: Chad Green, Zach Eflin, Michael A. Taylor type player. Will they get Taylor? I don't know. But some kind of outfielder that can play center field as a backup instead of calling up a AAA guy. Yeah. Do you have anything else, or is that?
I agree. So.
And then I messaged a couple friends because we're Cubs fans. We knew that if you ask an outsider, they probably didn't know the Cubs should look at an outfielder. You know, like they don't seem like.
Well,
they
I wouldn't
need
say
one.
we necessarily need one. Like.
But we know that
there's
we
always the
should
chance
consider.
of injury. So yeah, but like you're.
But
even then, I wouldn't. Most
people probably don't know that if you're not a Cubs fan. Like you don't think that.
I don't think you think that at all for any team if their team has 3, 4 great outfielders.
Yeah, but we know we should probably have one just in case because we know none of them can play center.
Well, yeah.
So I asked fans of other teams to
let's go get Luis Robert to back up.
Get
PCA.
ideas. First one will be my friend Rowan. He's a White Sox fan. Sorry.
Their moves are get rid of
Luis
Robert.
Okay. He said DFA Andrew Vaughn.
Jeez.
I think he's been bad. So like
I know that. I'm just saying like.
So like. Then he said Trey Robert for whatever we can get. He wants a top 100 hitting prospect in the outfield for him.
I think anything helps them really. So.
But he specified outfield top hitting prospect. He said keep Shane Smith, and then put nicely change of ownership. That's in nice terms. What he said. But he wants a change in ownership as well. So that's his. That's what he thinks. I think Robert. So where does Robert go? Because they want
100 prospect list.
I mean,
I don't know. I can't think of an outfield. The only one that I can think of is Kevin Alcantara. So obviously he's not going to the Cubs.
It's obviously going to be like 70s. Like Robert's not doing great.
The Guardians, Luis Robert for Travis Bassano.
Yeah, right. Couldn't. Here, I'm pulling up top prospect list and going.
Roman Anthony. So, White Sox and Red Sox trade again.
Yeah, sure. I mean, could they trade? Do the Mariners need him?
Not anymore. They got Randy. I don't really know who's playing the other corner outfield.
You said Philly, right?
Philly's been
They have
like,
They have Justin Crawford, a 55th ranked prospect.
yeah, but
That would be a 1-for-1 at that if it's him.
what do you think about
You
who the Phillies
you
are?
joked about the Guardians.
I don't know who the prospect would be.
Jason Trio,
Or Chase
DeLauder.
Water.
I think Jason, because
Yeah,
he's farther
really
away.
I
Jason's
mean,
farther away.
Didn't they kind of figure out center field this year? Yeah, Yohan Rojas is hitting 259. Sopias in 650.
I think
Yeah.
I like Guardians.
I think the Phillies, and they go Crawford for
Robert.
Robert.
You joked, but I think it actually kind of works. I think Guardians could get Robert, and they give like Jason Trio. He's not expected until 2027, and so he's kind of expendable. You know, I feel like that works.
Yeah.
So, and then I don't know what else the White Sox have, so just move on.
Yeah.
Now we got a contending team, and will be a co-host joining us in the fall, Brody Kosiera. You should know him if you watch us do football coverage for Velpo.
Damari Gordon have their own
show that they'll probably have their last episode today, so look for that. He'll be joining us for Towing the Rubber next year, but I talked to him. He's an Astros fan, and he said, first we need more pitching because Framber might leave next year. So it seems to me that he wants someone that is more than just a rental. And Sandy Alcantara.
Isn't that what he said too?
He didn't say Sandy, but he's saying Framber might leave next year. He needs someone to replace that. I mean, Hunter Brown can, to be fair, but Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah.
I feel like that's.
I think you just wanted to go to the Astros for him.
No, I wouldn't hate getting Sandy. I'm just saying it works. So I think Sandy fills what Brody just said is, and they need a starter. So, oh no, he did say to try for Sandy Alcantara. Yeah. So I agree. I think that's a good fit because he will be there at least next year. I don't know exactly his contract, but I know he has another year. He says they need another lefty in the lineup and a corner outfielder, place out Tuve. Why not just get both? Ryan O'Hearn, he can play outfield. Put him in the outfield. He's a lefty power bat. He's one of the best Orioles hitters right now. That will be traded because he's a rental. So I feel like you trade for him. That would be really good. And then if you're, he said it might be a stretch, but try to get Luis Robert. But we both said that's probably not. I said Guardians, but that's probably not it. I don't think that's the plan. Cam Smith's been hitting better as well, funny enough.
It's like a homer twice. Don't care.
So we'll have to see. And then I think they could get another starter. But yeah, he just said get a lefty in the lineup. So I think O'Hearn, Sandy, and I think they need another back end starter. So I'm going to say Andrew Heaney.
Yeah. Could get rid of him. I'm saying like that'd be valuable.
Yeah. So I
can just
want to say Andrew Heaney as well. So that's my Astros. Guys, I
agree.
Here, let me pull up Astros top prospects.
Do you think Bubba Chandler gets called up this year?
Okay, they have no players in the top 100. So that's a problem.
Bazan is already in Double-A. Dude.
Shoot, what did the Astros give up? Oh my God.
Well, last year's draft class was insanely good.
Yeah. Astros, you might have to give up your one prospect for Sandy. Because, like, you have no one in the hundreds. You might have to give up, like, a 1 in a 6 or something. because it's bad. Like you guys will be demolishing your already weak farm system, but you kind of have to because you spent money. You're going to keep trying competing, so that's what you're going to have to do. O'Hearn's not going to be crazy. Like you could probably give up like a major league relief arm for him. The O's might take that because they're going to probably trade some relievers. So if you give him like a controllable major league relief arm for O'Hearn, they might do that, and then like a fringe prospect.
Yeah.
And then Heaney's not going to be crazy. The Pirates suck. Like they suck at trades. They suck at everything.
And it gives them an excuse to call Bubba Chandler. So
yeah. So I don't think you'll have to give up much. You'll have to give up a decent for Sandy though.
Yeah.
So and then Brendan, our producer, who's not here because he doesn't have priorities. No, he's had a dentist appointment. But I messaged him about the Pirates, what they should do. He's a Pirates fan, and he's delusional. He said, "Get hitters, trade for Harper, do not trade Skeens."
Well, the Skeens part isn't really delusion. It's not going to happen this year.
Yeah.
Even though it's been rumored and like a bunch of people are trying to make it like a
they
narrative,
said it's not happening.
It's not. He's not getting traded
He's
this year.
right about the hitters part. Trade for Harper. I want what he has.
The Cubs might as well trade for Harper.
Yeah.
Michael Bush, Kevin Alcantara, Bryce Harper.
Now, like, I'm looking at top prospects. See what
the Cubs or the Pirates trade Bubba Chandler for Luis Robert. That'd be a good trade.
They need hitters. Do they have any? So who could they trade? They have Heaney. They have McCutchen. Is that it for value?
McCutchen is not getting traded.
Yeah, but I'm just naming guys that have value right now.
Joe Bart.
No, Bart's still under control.
I mean, they kind of suck everywhere. So
what do they trade? Like, how do you trade? Like
Brian Reynolds. Even though he's had a huge contract, but
no, they won't trade him. What do you trade? Because all their one-year contracts suck. IKF.
Yeah.
Is hitting 280. You're not getting anything for him though.
You might. There's a team that could use.
They're not. They're not getting anything for him.
There's a team that could use a bench bat, Devin.
Oh, David Bednar. You laugh, but you know for sure some like Dodgers, Guardians team going to trade for him, and then he's going to be good.
True. Cubs.
No. Him and Dennis Santana is also possible.
Yeah.
He's been good. So there's that. But I don't know what you get. I mean,
anything.
Who needs
any hitter prospect?
Who needs relievers that also have like a top hitting prospects? I don't know. Oh, Diamondbacks. I mean, you could trade for like one of their. They have a 99 to 98 top ranked prospect.
Jordan Lawler.
You could get them.
Jordan Lawler for.
Shut up! I didn't even.
David Bednar.
I didn't respond because of how bad that is. So the Pirates don't have much. Like, they'll trade their bullpen.
What happened to Robert Hassel?
He just got called up. He was just called up. You didn't see that? Yeah, he was just called up.
Is he still the top prospect anymore?
Yeah. He got dropped, but actually no.
No, he's number 57.
Yeah. But yeah, he's.
No, he's not. I don't know.
No, he dropped. He's out. But he got called up.
I was just wondering about.
So that's Pirates. So now do we just want to? And that's all the friends we've got that we talked with. Now we're just going to have to go overview, just contenders. Let's just look at them, what they should get.
The Dodgers, it doesn't matter. They're going to get
Dodgers
the
will
best
probably
player
get
at two positions.
They'll probably get Ryan Helsley. Well, don't be surprised to get Ryan Helsley.
They even need him. The entire team's hurt. But...
Why not?
Dude, they're like pitching staff on IL, including bullpen arms, would be like the best pitching staff in baseball. And then they still already have a great pitching staff.
Actually, I talked to Mr. Harvoth. He's our teacher. He's Diamondbacks fan. He said what I knew as well.
Relievers.
Diamondbacks need relievers. Pete Fairbanks, I feel like. Huh? Oh, Brian Thompson might go. Pete Fairbanks, I feel like should be a good pick. Should be a target for them. He's the Rays closer. I feel like he could go into that Diamondbacks bullpen and really cause some stability. Phillies, cause bullpen.
Bullpen because everybody is bad.
Well, no,
except for Jose Alvarado, he's on PEDs. So
because he's trying to lose weight. I think they go for two guys. I think they should get Andrew Kittredge from the Orioles and Jorge Alcala from the Twins.
And I think Luis.
Oh yeah.
They need that or a third baseman, but I don't even know if they can really get rid of.
I don't think they get third.
I don't even know what they can do with him. He's just struggling, but it's like.
No, I think instead, second, short, catcher. Why do they need an outfielder?
Center field.
I mean, Rojas been better.
He's OPSing 650.
I guess not.
One homer. It's not great.
But I think it's bullpen. I think they just overhaul bullpen.
Yeah, probably. And then Brad March has also been pretty bad.
Mets, I think they need another bullpen guy. Get Kyle Finnegan. I feel like that's a possibility. I feel like that could be good.
The Padres need another bat desperately.
Do they?
Just somebody to get more stability because they don't really have stability. The starting's fine. The bullpen's amazing. They just kind of need another.
The Giants should go get another hitter. See what you can get. Could the Giants use an outfielder? No, they don't. I'm thinking about it. They don't. Could Philly could get Cedric Mullins.
Yeah. It's gonna be him or Rivera probably, or everybody to the Dodgers. Also, there's only one other team above 500 in the NL that we haven't talked about. What do the Cardinals do?
They're trading Helsley. They are trading Sonny Gray.
Sellers. 4 games above.
Where does Gray go? What do you think? Or you don't think they'll sell?
They're winning, dude.
Okay, Sonny Gray. That could be another Astros look.
Yeah.
Instead of Sandy, they could go for Gray. But I already said Sandy, so Gray could go to. I mean, the Giants are possible. I don't think they would, though. I mean, the Dodgers could do anything they want, realistically. They could go maybe the Tigers get Sonny Gray.
The Tigers? Good. The pitching.
I'm just thinking of who could use a starter. Red Sox. I'll go Red Sox.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else, or we want to go to our final power rankings that will probably look completely different by August?
Except for the bottom two.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
That's right. The Rockies are the best team in baseball. They just win.
No, but I'm saying our 28 team could pass the White Sox, or go below, or mine at least.
Mine also could.
Yeah. So, do we want to pull up? We'll pull up the first graphic. Like always, we got number 30.
Rockies are the worst team in baseball history. The White Sox still suck, but they're kind of like enjoyable. So the same thing all year. They're more fun to watch than last year, but they also suck.
Yeah.
Almost as bad. The Pirates and Orioles are interchangeable. I was going to put the Orioles at 28. The only reason I didn't was because the Pirates are losing Skeen starts, and that's why until they start giving Paul Skeen wins and the offense hits in his starts, so they can win 1 every 5 games, I will give them credit.
I put the Orioles below them because I'm disappointed.
I'm so pissed off that the Pirates can't even when skiing starts. That's why they're.
I'm disappointed in the Orioles, so that's why they're there. So now we'll go on to 26 through 23, where it's also not good. How dare you put the A's at 23 though?
Shut up.
Like I can't.
Dude, let's wait one slide.
What?
I can see. I can see it
No.
here. So we'll get there.
Marlins. We have. Where do you have Nationals? Oh, okay. Angels and then Rays are all here together. He has the A's where I have the Nationals where he has my A's pick.
The Angels would probably be moved. Yeah, the Angels would be ahead of the Marlins.
Angels been bad. Marlins been bad.
On a heater lately though. They just swept Oakland and swept the Dodgers. They won 6 straight.
Shut up. Rays.
I kind of made this before the A series. I kind of adjusted mine, so
yeah.
I made some adjustments there, but it's okay.
It's. I want to. We don't have much time, and I want to talk about good teams. So we'll just move on. 22 through 19.
Guess what? Wow. Well, the A's are 1 spot ahead of me.
I want the A's to be good. They're last place in division right now.
I also want the A's to be good, but they're not.
They've lost 8 straight, I think.
And the Nationals are just kind of fun.
Blue Jays, they're
fun to watch.
Blue Jays, they're
Mid.
not.
Mid.
Royals, yeah, that's my bad.
What?
That's my bad. Messed up there.
5 games over. 5 games over.
Shut up. Royals should be 13. Royals should be 13. Royals should be 13. That's my bad. Kind of did this last minute. We were doing something else.
Forgot to move
and
along.
I was eating breakfast doing this, and I just did not move the Orioles.
22 is just kind of the spot of the last bad teams, but are also kind of better. And then Brewers are mid. The Blue Jays are mid. The Red Sox are mid, they are pure mid. They don't go above or below 500. It's really funny. They have been at 500 15 separate times this year already. Yes. They are sitting at 500. Basically, they're 1 game under right now, so that probably means they're winning tomorrow or today or tomorrow, whenever the next game is, to get back. They'll probably beat. They don't play today. Nope. They'll probably beat the Orioles today. They'll be back at 500.
Red Sox.
The Red Sox. So they're just the most mid team that's ever been mid.
All right. 18 through 15. Now we got right close to playoffs. I think the graphic's wrong. The Cardinals are 17. I think it was messed up. So I have Reds, Cardinals, Red Sox, Twins.
I have the Reds, Astros, Rangers, Guardians. Why are the Red Sox at 16?
Okay.
I don't know.
We agree on the Reds, so we don't need to talk about them. Cardinals, do we want to have that?
No, because you also have the Twins at 15, so we'll kind of package them together.
Okay, so Red Sox, why they're at 16? Because they are mid. Mid is 15. They're just under mid.
500.
Sure. Yeah, but the Cardinals and Twins are 2 of them, and I don't like them. And also, I messed up the Royals, so there's another reason. So.
Look, if you're trying to tell me that the Twins can't win games.
Shut up.
I get that you hate the Cardinals. I don't think it's true.
I think the Red Sox. We'll figure it out.
And the Rangers are below 500, or are at 500, and they've kind of been there for 2 weeks. So
shut up.
Just saying they're. Holy.
Cardinals and Twins. I don't like either. They're both going to fall off.
The Twins aren't.
Our projections until August.
Talent. They have an elite bullpen.
They're all going to be injured. They're all getting injured.
You're wishing it, dude.
I'm not wishing it. I'm knowing it. I'm not wishing. I'm knowing.
It
is known.
You're wishing it happens. So you're right. So your opinion on the team is right.
It's known. They will be injured.
They're not yet, though. Are they injured at this moment in time? No.
I mean, Correa and Bucks are on concussion IL because they ran into each other.
Okay.
They get injured.
That's fluke. That's not even a ligament thing. That's fluky.
Yeah, but it will keep happening because they get injured.
You can't.
They are known for that.
Running a collision in the outfield concussion protocol.
They should capitalize. It is a seller's market because there's so many teams buying. They should sell.
They're
Cardinals should
good.
sell.
They're the fourth seed in the
I-
AL right now.
Can't wait. Last show of the year. We come it back in August. Cardinals and Twins are both below 500 and sold at the deadline. I
If it's
can't
because the
wait
Twins
to
are
be
hurt.
right.
I'm just saying, I'm not hoping the Twins get hurt, so my opinion preseason is right on them.
No, I can't wait to be right because I know both these teams will be under 500.
Because your preseason, you got to save your preseason opinion on the team.
It's
You
not.
know we're almost 2 months into the season.
It's not. They're not good.
No, they are. Look at the talent on the roster, and then tell me that the Twins aren't a good baseball team, and tell me they don't have good players. Yes, they get injured, but right now they are not injured.
Okay. Here's the also starting pitching. What?
Pablo Lopez.
They
Joe
have
Ryan's
three
been
guys.
great.
Yeah, they have 3 guys.
So do the Cubs, and the Cubs are at God knows where on your list. So stop.
You're wrong. I can't wait for you to be wrong in August.
I will be fine being wrong if it's due to injury. But I'm not wishing that my opinion.
I'm not wishing. We know the Dodgers starting rotation's going to get hurt every year. That's just how it is. We know Corey Seager's going to miss at least 30 games. That's just how it is. The Twins players get hurt. That's just how it is.
Still winning games.
14 through 11. Now it's playoffs. These teams are like 14 is playoffs. There's 14 teams that make it. So Astros, Rangers, Guardians, Diamondbacks are my 14 through 11.
I have the Royals, Diamondbacks, Braves, Cardinals. The Cardinals have been so hot lately. And it's like all of the teams that are like.
Okay, the Angels been hot.
It's gone back like 2 weeks of being hot. It's not 6 games. And one of those series being the Athletics.
One of them being the Dodgers.
Okay, one and the other. 3 real games, 3 not good games. Okay. I get you hate the Cardinals, and I think they'll fall off, and I'll be fine being wrong. Like, I'm just putting here because it's power rankings, reacting to what's happening in the current moment. You're not projecting for the end of the season.
But I think they're
no,
fake.
You're projecting
I think
you're
they're fake.
projecting for the end of the
think
season.
they're
You're
fake.
projecting for the end of the season because you want your preseason opinion about these teams to be right.
No, I think they're just fake. I think it's a fake. I think they're just getting lucky, and it will come down. But I will say this: I couldn't find the video, but we did a Statcast thing. Ivan Herrera's been really good, and we called it.
Okay, so
I just wanted to point that out.
So he's not fake.
Johnny might not be here in August.
Okay, so I didn't talk about the Guardians. They're just like they were good for like a stretch, and they've kind of cooled down. Like they're 3-10 in their last 10, so they got really hot. Them and the Royals kind of did the same thing, so that's why they're at 14-15. And like a team like the Diamondbacks, who's just middled at 500, and the Brewers are the Braves are 500, but they like since the first week have been great. So like.
But here, use your imagination. Rangers should be the Royals. So just use your imagination.
So like, since the first week, the Braves are 24-17, which is very good. So they've progressively been getting better. That's why they're this high for me.
I have them
and
even
higher than like the Royals. They shouldn't be. They're not a top 10 team, Devon.
Wow.
Not yet. They're still 500. You'd be putting a 500.
They just got Spencer Strider back. They're about to get Acuna back.
You put a team over 500 at 20, and you put a team at 500. 5 games over 500 at 20. You put a team 5 games. If you put a team at 500 at 10. So
the Royals was an accident, and you know that. All right. So if you want to actually hate, say the Cardinals at 17, you can actually hate. The Royals was an accident, and you know that. Because you know how much I love Bobby Witt. I traded up for him in fantasy because of how much I like him, and he's been carrying, by the way, since we're talking about fantasy. No competition at all.
No, we're running.
I am destroying my league. I'm 7-1. I have won 7 in a row.
Into the top 10.
I need competition.
Into the top 10. Okay. Well, we kind of discussed the Braves. I don't know why you have them so high, but
because they're getting their best 2 players back.
Okay. So 500. and we don't know how amazing Acuna is going to be coming off an ACL tear. I want Acuna to be great. I'm not projecting that he's going to be bad.
Sounds like he's wishing injury.
No, I'm not. That's not wishing injury, saying that a guy might struggle coming back from an injury that he's already shown to struggle from coming back from before.
But he knows how to come back from it.
Yes, but he was still not great in 2023.
Yeah, I know.
Or, no, 2022. Like half the season he played in 2022, he wasn't great. And Spencer Strider's still coming off Tommy John, and then another injury on top of that. So I hope they are good because I like watching Ronald Acuna. I like watching Spencer Strider. But the odds are not in their favor to be back to Cy Young, Spencer Strider, and MVP Ronald Acuna Jr. The Twins are a 10 for me because they were the hottest team in baseball. They've cooled off the tiniest bit because they haven't won 13 straight, but they're still like winning games. 8-2 in their last 10 still. They had a 13-game winning streak.
They play the Royals, by the way. The Royals are going to win that series, overtake them. Then they play the Rays, which is free for them. They then get kind of an easy schedule. The Twins will fake out when they play real teams.
So we both have the Giants at 9. It's the product of the talent on the roster is kind of finally regressing to not being elite at baseball like they were in that first season. They're so good, but another team that's cooled off.
I think Giants will be there.
Incredibly
Their
hot
outfield.
start. They're just regressing back to the team that like they are. We knew this team had talent. Like we projected they could have been a playoff team. It was just like we didn't think they'd be best team in baseball. Like they had the best record for like a week there. So
now a team I had no chance I thought was going to be in the top 10, let alone top 20.
And on top of a division.
And top division. Seattle Mariners, they're at 8. They've been really good. I just didn't think their offense was good.
And Julio Rodriguez isn't even hitting. Imagine how good they're going to be in a month when Julio Rodriguez starts hitting. Hey, they're a contender. We didn't talk about. Should they trade for a center fielder?
No.
Just for the months of they need to get.
They actually need like a real bat.
They need to get a center fielder who starts really hot for April and May, so Julio just doesn't play, and then
Harrison Bader.
Good. Yeah, and then he's really good the rest of the year. So like their center fielder's OPSing like 950 across the whole year.
I'm trying to what's a big bat that they could get that's available that we haven't gave away? That he's on the Twins, you know that, right?
You think they're gonna sell?
I'm just telling you.
They seen a bat though, man. And they could use like a corner outfielder. The infield's been solid. Dylan Moore's been decent. J.P. Crawford's been good. Oh, they need first baseman bad. That's the one position they really need, but there isn't really any great first baseman except for Peter Long.
I mean, they trade for Lau, Brendan Lau.
Can he play first?
I think so. Somebody a show card can. So, I mean, something.
That'd be the move.
Right. Yankees, I got ahead of them because they have also been pretty good.
Yeah, they're picking up again. Offense has been great.
Why do you have the Padres?
They've also cooled off a bunch. Sorry, I didn't get to that. They're 27-20. They're worse than the Giants record-wise, and have kind of they lost back-to-back games to the Rockies and Angels. They ended up winning the series. They got swept by the Mariners and then went and lost. They just lost. They're losing the series to Toronto. They're going to lose it. They're not. It's not over yet, but they're already lost 2 of the 3 games. They lost 14-0 yesterday. The offense is not hitting again. This team is kind of struggling.
All right.
Well.
6-3. Rapid fire. Cubs. We've said how good they are. Dodgers at 3 because we have
Dodgers,
2 other
and they're
teams.
just struggling a little bit, and they're not even struggling a little bit. But they did get swept by the Angels, so that kind of has to play something.
Do 3 minutes about 2-1.
2-1. Our 2 and 4s are flipped. You have the Phillies just because they're on top of the division, and you love Kyle Schwarber. I have the Mets there because the Mets have been more consistent all year. Obviously, it's power rankings, but the last time we did these, the Phillies were at like 9 for me, so I wasn't going to jump them 7 spots and ahead of the Mets all in one jump. When we come back, they could very well be the 2 team. And then the Tigers are the best team in baseball somehow, out of nowhere. Everybody's hitting. Everybody's OPSing 770 or higher. The pitching's great. Everybody's fun. Everybody's good on the Tigers. Javi Baez is back.
He is. Don't hate on my Hall of Famer.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying Phillies are
See,
We don't have time to dispute whether Kyle Schwarber's a Hall of Famer. I know you're trying to spark something in me, but we are well short on time for me to have a conversation. I like Kyle Schwarber, so I'm not going to bash it, and we don't have time.
He's good. He's second best DH in baseball, behind the alien. So you can't. I think he's better. Soto's not been playing great for the Mets. I think Phillies are better. They have the starting pitching. It's just they don't have a bullpen. They will get a bullpen. That's kind of trade deadline problem. And then the Tigers. Tigers are good. They'll add, and they've been. They have starters and everything. They should add another bullpen arm, maybe another bat. It'll be really good. But that will be it till
August.
August.
It's crazy.
We might have one thing over the summer.
But it's not in stone, so we're not going to say we have something and then ends up not happening.
Make sure something we have, though, is Pat Hughes' interview.
Yeah,
go watch that. It was awesome. Brendan, our normal producer, was also part of it.
Thank you to Brendan for producing all year. You know, he's not even going to watch us. Thank you to Peyton for producing on a very short time limit. Thank you guys for watching all year long, and we will see you in the fall. And this was the final episode of this year of Tongue and Rubber.